Hi, I'm Carolyn Gronlund, and I work on machine learning and AI docs at Microsoft. And another passion of mine is content strategy for tech docs. So today we're talking about how good SEO equals good content strategy. So I really feel like there's a gap in technical documentation strategy often, maybe not at all companies, but that when we think about content strategy, we don't use search and search data as a core part of that strategy. And so there's some great things to know. Search data is customer data. It's our customers telling us what they're interested in. Further, on my team, we've done a number of experiments, and we understand that intent-driven pages do best in search. The customer intent, what are they trying to do? And also, we've also learned that smaller and strategic documentation sets do much larger than large documentation sets that are unfocused. So we also have studies showing that search is the primary way that customers find our docs. In fact, one of my colleagues, Matt, he said he was talking today about many of our studies show that someone will arrive at our documentation and then they'll go back to Google, and Google, we love you. We're the open Microsoft. They'll go back. Come on. They'll go back to Google and search for that next question they want answered. So we also know that search is a primary driver of traffic to docs. BrightEdge, the SEO tooling company, they report that 51% of traffic, of referrals, come from search across the internet. Also, for docs.microsoft.com, search is the single largest referrer of traffic to our docs. So I have a tired SEO joke. Yeah, you already know it. If I tell it now, it's okay, never mind. Moving on. You people read. So what's a search-driven content strategy? It's really a lot of things, but today I've chosen 3 things. That was 3, right? So we document customer intents. An intent is like a scenario, a question. What does a customer want to know? Not what features does the product have and what does the product team tell us to write, but what does the customer want to know? You also need to use the page structure effectively. You need to think about your page title, your meta title, your H1, first paragraph, H2, how you use images. Google loves structured content, and you need to use your medium, just like some of us older writers who worked on books, just like we worked on books and understood, recto, verso, all those kind of ephemeral book things. You also need to learn about the top search queries and the terms in your area of tech. We all have many of us, open source people, sorry. A lot of us have proprietary brands and feature names, and those are great, and we'll use them in our docs. We can't avoid it, but it's very important that you learn your industry terminology. What terms are your customers using? Your customers aren't grammarians, they're not terminologists. They will use a number of terms, and we do our best to meet our customers where they are. So keyword optimization. My advice, nope, don't do this first. You may have product team members coming to you and saying, why aren't you ranking on X or Y? But move on from that. So I'm going to wrap this up really fast. I see I have less than a minute. So your first strategy, document customer intents. Look at the 80-20 rule that's used in engineering. The top 20% of intents will cover 80% of customer pain. Use the page structure. Learn the industry terms and use them. You don't have to keyword optimize, but you need to know the terminology you should be using in your area. And you should test your terminology. I am constantly going to Google and searching on common terms and to understand where content gaps are, who my competitors are, and my competitors in machine learning are also academia, for instance. So there is tons more to say on this topic. We have a discussion downstairs in the unconference where we want to learn how you all do SEO. It's at about 2:20, I think. So see you down there. Thanks.